Welcome in, everybody, to the HVRL ARCA preseason race here at Daytona. Figured we'd give these guys a little bit of a last full mock run of the Daytona race that we're going to open up our race 1, season 1 with. Sean, other Sean, I'm Sean Happick, joined here with the none other than Sean Wilder. Little two Seans in the
Hello,
booth.
everybody.
I know we're going to have to find some cool little nickname for us, but well,
Happy and Wilder work.
yeah, I guess so. It's not as cool though, man. So what are you thinking about tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we've been practicing in practice sessions last night. I know there's quite a few guys in there, so hopefully that gave them some experience. There's been a couple wrecks here in the practice, but I would expect it to be a little rocky at the beginning, but I think once they hopefully find a groove, about halfway through the race, maybe a little bit before that, we can get some green flag runs in and see what these guys got.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a little bit of learning curve here. I think I did have to turn off my radio, so I won't be hearing much of anything for you, Mr. Race Control. Hopefully, you won't be too busy tonight.
14 fitting, about to come off.
Yeah, I hope so.
77 fitting.
And so anybody just joining us, this is our 0 to 1500 iRating league. So that's why we're saying, there might be some messiness at the beginning of it here. But a lot of these guys, some of these guys are really new. Some of them are experienced, but just under the 1500 iRating. So hopefully it's not as gloomy as we were thinking it might be at the beginning, and we just get some good racing in.
Yeah, as long as guys get to learn each other and at least get used to each other, maybe that's at least one thing. Heck, even out here, I mean, you posted a lot of practices for these guys. A lot of these guys are new to iRacing, but you've been really good running that league there and posting everything up. So, little extra practice sessions, things like that. So hopefully that'll shine through here.
Yeah, I think those practice races helped everybody get to know the other drivers and who kind of they can trust and maybe who they don't want to really be running around and that kind of thing. Drafting's a whole nother ball game, as we all know. It's real tight quarters, and if you're new to the game, it can be a little taxing and I don't know, make you anxious a little bit and a little tight, you know what I mean? Instead of just running around a track where you got a little space around you, it's a little tougher in big too wide pack,
Oh, definitely it is, as we're watching a little mishap right there.
My fault, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, I think. Yeah, we hope everybody's not too aggressive at the beginning. We just kind of get used to everybody, they're racing around and log some laps and then maybe get racy towards the second half of the race.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for there. Hopefully everything will go good. I don't know how to turn off that darn radio.
I'm not sure, sir.
Me neither.
22 pitting.
I wanted to see, do you want to do like one pre-race interview here and grab somebody up to the booth?
Oh yeah. Just go ahead and grab someone. Go ahead and lead that. And
all right. Let's grab. I can find him. Let's grab Reno O'Connor. He's the driver of the 77, and I'll let you know when I get him up here. Hey Reno, you got a copy, bud?
I got you.
This is Sean and Sean. We're up in the broadcast booth.
Hey,
we thought we'd get some insights from you beginning of the race here. How you feeling about tonight's race? Get some practice in beforehand. How's it going?
Yeah, we've been running some laps with my team, trying to get some experience in on the track. Pretty ready to roll. Pretty excited. Kind of nervous, but we'll make it.
Nice, man. And you're from Houston, Texas, right? And I saw earlier this week you posted your single on Spotify, and it sounded great, man. When you get a full album out, you got to share that with everybody.
Oh, absolutely, man. Costs money, time and money.
Yeah. I see. You just started in sim racing. So how long you been on iRacing?
This is probably like my second week, maybe.
Oh
So,
wow. Okay. So
still
you're
very
brand
new
new.
to it, but trying to see what we can do.
Well,
Any
what's your?
questions there, Sean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your
Yeah.
game plan going into tonight? Let alone for next week? Are you gonna have the same game plan this week as next week? Just try to work with your teammates best you can, or what?
I think for this race, and we're kind of on the same page, is like we want to figure out how we can work on a team and use this as a learning race and take, what we did well and what we did bad and improve on that as we go into practices next week.
Yeah.
All right, man. Cool. We'll get you back to your team. We're about to start qualifying here in a couple minutes, but thanks for chatting with us.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
All right. So there's Reed O'Connor of the. I should have asked him how to pronounce their team name. Did you? It's Texhio.
Yeah, it's gotta be. I think
Motorsports?
one's from Texas, one's from Ohio. So
Okay. All right.
we'll
But
call
yeah,
it
he's,
that. Yeah, I
that
didn't know
single's
he was
pretty
a
good, man.
local. Yeah, man, I didn't know he was a local guy to me. So that's awesome.
Yeah, he's from. It says we got a sheet here. He's a steel fabrication estimator and a singer-songwriter. He's got a desk set up with a G29 wheel, so he's like on a beginner setup. Like he said, he just started. So we'll see what he's got.
14
And
fitting.
hopefully, stay out of trouble here.
It definitely all started with that one. I think that was probably everybody's first wheel, right? That was definitely mine.
Oh yeah, mine too.
On the
For sure.
desk, got them sweet brake pedals with a chair with wheels. That did not that never worked on short tracks. I'll tell you that.
That little rubber stopper behind the brake pedal.
Yeah,
Kinda started.
the only thing I did was roll backwards when I hit the brakes.
Alright, so
so
we got
that all worked out. Yeah, how much more time we got till the session here?
we got about a minute 15 seconds. So
Well, shoot,
then
pull
we'll get
someone else in
qualifying
here.
for
Go
the-
ahead and pull Dayhop in here. Dayhop there?
Yeah, let's see if I can get him. real quick. Yeah, I got her.
Yeah, pull him up here.
Hey, day off, Sean, and now we got Bryce up in the booth. What's up, buddy?
Oh, hey. How's it going?
Oh,
How
sounds
you
good,
feeling
man.
about that day?
What's that?
Go ahead, Sean.
Oh, I was just seeing how you were doing today. See how you feel about the race today. Do you have any good plans? Any good strategy that'll get you out front? Or are y'all just going to hang out and back most of the race, or what?
It all depends where we qualify. If we qualify up front, we're going to try to hang out, and hopefully the HVR guys can stick together, and hopefully we just stick together, make sure we pit together, try to keep on the same strategy. If we qualify in the back, we'll just hang around back and let the chaos happen in front.
Well, what if two of you qualify up front, two of you qualify in the back?
Well, I guess we want different strategies. we'll figure that out when it happens.
You gotta always think about something that's not gonna happen, because I promise it'll normally happen.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking to get this over with. I'm not a big fan of these super speedways, so just want to hopefully finish good and get on out of here.
All right, man. We'll get you off to qualifying there.
All right.
So that was Brandon Dayoff. He's the driver of the 51 ARCA car. I do not know what manufacturer he's running. Sorry about that.
Rookie.
What's going on, Bryce?
What's up, gentlemen? I forgot that the season's starting already, man.
It's not. It's next week. This is just a final preseason race, so we thought we'd go ahead and broadcast it for these guys. I told them after that first race went that I wasn't putting that on our YouTube, but they seem to clean it up pretty good the last few races. So
heck yeah.
we thought we'd give her a dry run here.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah, I mean, definitely helped me last season. Doing like what you guys were doing. Definitely getting a couple broadcasts under the belt to try to get everything ironed out and gain some chemistry. So not a bad idea.
Oh no. No, how's everything going with you? You want to join us for the evening? Have to have someone to talk to. Wilder's probably gonna be busy with race control, I would assume tonight.
Yeah, I can pop in here. I mean, I don't have any access, obviously, to iRacing itself. I'll be a little bit behind, but I'll definitely be tuning in here and catching some of the action from Chicago, man. It's I gotta say the FOMO is very real right now, man. Even though I know I can't race ARCA, but the fact that I can't race anything at all is it's killing me a little bit. The brake's nice, but it would definitely be nice to get behind the wheel and turn some laps for sure.
Yeah, I wish we had all the series going for you while you were away, but it seems like it was the perfect timing for you to go to Chicago. Unfortunately, you didn't have anything live to watch for a couple weeks, but
Yeah, I mean, looking at the excuse me, I'm sorry. Looking at the schedule for the Cup Series, I was looking at that, and I don't know, man. We might have a shot. I know that a couple people missed last week, and we'll see what happens if we can make it work. But worst case scenario, man, yeah, I'm definitely excited for the Gen 6 stuff and for the trucks. And then I'm excited to get back to the Cup Series, even if I end up falling out. We all know I'm going to show up to race. So yeah, like you said, I wish I had a little bit more stuff to watch sooner on. But hey, I'll take what I can get.
yeah, definitely in the Cups. The good thing is the guy that was probably going to make the top 8 anyway, they keep winning. So as long as the guys down at the bottom don't win, then it really shouldn't shake up too much. Who's going to be up there is who's going to be up there, who we all expect. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I would think so.
transitioning from the Cup Series, I mean, obviously Superspeedway tonight. Definitely a wild card, especially with all the variables going on. New series, new drivers, new car, new package. But you guys got your eye on anybody out there tonight?
oh well, Dayhoff. We raced him in the trucks. Corey Moore. I think Seabolt was going to be one of them, but he kind of. Old Mr. Ryan Seabolt, sorry to hear, but good news. He ended up getting a promotion to the job, kind of changed his hours, so I don't think he's going to be able to make it much, even though I felt like he might have been one of the front runners. But, I think Dayoff might be kind of the man to beat. I mean, there's John Shields in there, too, so.
Yeah, Dayhoff's top of the leaderboard now in qualifying with the 51.379. So he's top of the board right now, so it's probably a good pick.
Yeah, well, I mean, not to toot any proverbial horns here or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, the thing about super speedways, as we all know, is it doesn't necessarily matter how good you are as an individual. It's kind of a team game. I like to think that the Eternal guys over here in the Cup Series have proved that, but again, new series, new drivers. We got a lot of new people out there and a lot of newly formed teams as well. So I do think that if there was ever a time to try to get some team chemistry and learn how to work together, this would definitely be the time to do it, and especially when it doesn't matter that much.
I mean, we went through our bumps and bruises with the truck series both seasons in the beginning, and it's going to take 3, 4, 5 races to really get it down, to really clean up a lot of the mishaps and common rules and things like that. So it'll just take a few races to clean it up. So hope everybody stays patient out there and just sticks with it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, especially if you guys are in here watching live, or if you're like me and you end up coming back to watching it. One thing that both Sean's and I can attest to is every season that we've had so far, apart I guess really from the Canadian Cup, but every series that we've had so far has had a pretty rough start, but it definitely cleans up. So again, super speedways obviously are a little bit of a roulette, but just keep in it. Don't get discouraged after one night, especially again tonight. That doesn't mean literally anything. It's just kind of a mock run, if you will. So I would definitely encourage you guys to just stick with it, and if something does happen out there, just try to learn from it, right? And then obviously we got, are we doing the duels for ARCA at all, or
No duels across the board. It's just straight to Daytona.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I mean, this is definitely this is a free session, right? So take this opportunity, to obviously to try to get yourself there at the end, so you know what you're dealing with. But figure out what you can do, right? Figure out the limits, who you can push, who you want to stay away from. Pit entry. I mean, this is a free race. This is a free practice to basically gain data, right, for next week. So I mean, definitely use it and don't get discouraged, and just try to be there at the end.
Right. Yeah, definitely good info there. We're going to take a break, get a couple things ironed out, go through the drivers' meeting, and we will get back to you guys here shortly. All right, welcome back, everyone. Here we go with our starting grid. Our pole position starting the inside lane here. Front row, Brandon Dayhoff. Outside pole is John Shields in number 98. We got Scott Roush, second row, starting in P3. P4, we got Joe Ketchmar. Hope I'm saying that right. I haven't got a chance to look at the sheet yet. Starting in P5 is Frank Zimmel. P6 is Corey Moore. Appreciate the sponsor of the league, Corey Moore, DPR. Definitely have to shout him out. Starting in row 4 inside of P7 is Josh Revel. P8 is Reno Connor. Starting P9 is Kevin Burke. P10 is Carson Smith.
All
There
right.
we go. Yeah, let's get this rolling.
Just got it rolling there, and we can kind of go through the rest of the field. We got Ryan Stevenson starting P11, Tim Taylor, P12, followed by Mike Burns and Cale Deese in the next row. Joshua Brown, it looks like he may have disconnected. I'm not sure if he's in there or not, but we got Josh Brown. Yep, he just came back in, and Alfia Aldhouse, Christopher Dyke, and Quinn McLean in the next row. Cameron Deacle and Gregory Vadness. Ooh, I'm going to have to check that one too, because I'm not sure I said that right. And then we got John Stapleton, Sean McLean in the next row, James Bolka, and Thad Miller in the next row. And then you got the last couple rows there, Sean. Start with Dave Holmgren.
Yep.
Holmberg, I'm sorry.
Yep, we have we have Brett McKee, Scott Stoltler, Dave Holmgren, James Bolka, Robert Cheswick. It looks like Quinn McLean, John Stapleton, and Joshua Brown have maybe missed the grid start there.
Okay.
So how many we got out there tonight?
It looks like we had like
20?
36 signed up, but it looks like only 28 have showed up and at least put a lap down. Did some qualifying.
Well, yeah, 28 though. It's still for a race that doesn't mean anything. That's a hell of a field. So.
Oh, it is. It is. Like I said, we were saying in pre-show, it's definitely gonna give these guys practice. A nice little thing Wilder had set up was, man, he had like 6 Daytona practices and races lined up as ready to go.
They had the opportunity to practice. I'll tell you that.
That's good though, man. I mean, this is definitely the place that, I mean, regardless of calling it lady luck or whatever, definitely a big skill gap at super speedways, and there's definitely a niche kind of style and presence to it. So the more practice, the better.
Yep, here we go with the green flag. Dayout go ahead and takes the lead there.
Yeah, had a couple guys start from pits. I don't know if that was by mistake, or I think they are a team, so they may have done that by strategy.
Hey, you know what? That might not be the worst strategy to do here.
Just hang out at the back and kind of see how it plays out. Looks like we're 2 wide about through the first 8 or 10 cars there.
I did not go with race info for everybody that wants to watch. We are doing 70 laps. The caution will only have 1. It'll be at lap 23. You have 2 additional tire sets and 1 fast repair. What were they getting on the fuel run there, Mr. Wilder?
I think about 19, 20, somewhere in that range, probably depending on where you're at in the pack, I'm sure.
Okay, so they could definitely save a little bit. Guys out front probably are not going to be able to make stage, provided it goes green.
Yeah. Looking pretty clean so far, pretty single file. First through, 10 cars probably, so.
Oh, they really are, man.
Looking pretty good here.
I'm obviously a little behind, but yeah, it definitely looks like everybody's kind of getting single file. And when we did the race last weekend, the fuel mileage actually was not bad in this car, especially when you did get in the draft. Like you said, I don't know if it's by design, but it looks like Dayhoff has kind of cycled back a little bit. So I'm sure he's definitely a driver that's going to be keeping an eye on that fuel number to try to save as much as he can.
Oh, definitely. That might be why he just, because it looks like they're single file for Ferrari. It looks like he's happy with just staying P4 right now.
Yeah, we're low. Got a little checkup there. Oh, car on the wall, but they keep it straight. That's good. All right. Not sure which car that is. I think that might be it's the 55 that got a little into the wall. He's almost into it again there. But yeah, it looks like John Shields got out front, and Joe, I think, is probably going to be a contender as well all the way through the season. He did really good in all the preseason races, the 33 car.
Oh, that Joe. Oh, well, Stapleton won that first race, I believe we did, so he might be someone to watch out for as well.
We got Carson Smith coming around the outside. He's pulling a little side draft action. Worked his way all the way up to third, and there's a little bump.
Oh, yeah, somebody's in the infield there. Who's that? That's Dayhawk.
We'll see if he gets a black flag for that. He came down pit road.
Dayhawk
Yeah,
dropped all the way down to 19th.
That was Corey Moore. That was Corey Moore. Yeah, I got you, bud.
Yeah, if he crossed pit road in any way, at any point, then yeah, he'll definitely receive a black flag for either speeding or unsafe pit entry. But I mean, early on,
We got a wreck.
he should be good.
Hard into the wall. Big pile up. About 7 or 8 cars involved. Still wrecking.
It looks like everybody's getting it. Oh, little T-bone there. Not too bad. Already better than the trucks. Okay, number 6. We'll have to go back. Yeah, all right. Let's definitely go back and take a look at that, guys. Well, I don't know why that one's on there. Let's go with this one. There we are. I'll get a lot of feedback from your YouTube there, Walter. All right, let's go check this out. Looks like we're here riding along with Thad Miller from the Chase View. He's getting it woed down. I don't really see where it starts. We're going to get a different camera view on that one. We'll start here.
How's that sound now, Sean? You getting feedback still or no?
No, that sounds good, man.
Okay, yeah. I think I had my mic settings all wrong there, but we got it figured out.
All right, way up there with the. Looks like it. It looks like it may have started with the number 11 there.
Started towards the front, if I remember.
Yeah, let's follow.
There's about 6 or 7 cars back, maybe.
Maybe the 77. I could be wrong. I think I saw that number.
Ah, the
I'm sorry if
54
that's-
there. Looks like the 54. Carson Smith. There we go. Sorry, guys. We'll get you.
Yeah, he
There
was
we
the one.
go.
He was sidedrafting up the field
Oh,
there, trying to.
it looks like the
sidedraft everybody.
77 really came up on the 54. That's
Okay.
really what it was. Yeah, 54 is just minding his own business, and 77, I don't know, he just drifted up a little bit and caught the front nose there. The 54 kind of caused all that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
the good old not clear.
Yeah, the good old not clear. I will do one more real quick. Just go ahead. Let's go ahead and ride along with 54 here.
It kind of just looks like a mistimed run from a 77, right? It looks like he was kind of gaining the momentum on the 2 cars in front of him and tried to make the move and just made it a tad bit too early. And like you said, 54 just wrong place at the wrong time, and that was the big one.
Yeah. Let's go and ride along with 54. That way everybody can see what this 77 here. Getting a little side draft going on. 77 pulls up and turns right into him, and 54 is going to go for a little ride here. Well, everybody gets a free one. For the most part, it looks like everybody checked up really good. Definitely better than we started our truck series with, I'll tell you that. Already a lot better racing. So that part's good. Walter, why don't you go and bring someone in here, man? And we'll give him a good talking to.
Well, hell, how long it took you to get that replay going down?
Well, I know. I don't like any of those camera views, man. The far chase was not good.
Let's take Corey Moore here. We'll get him up here. Hey, Corey. Sean, and Bryce up in the booth.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
You tell us. How you doing?
Well, I had a wild ride there into the pits and back out, but we're doing okay. I ain't got no damage or anything, so we'll just try and move her back up again.
That might have worked out for you pretty good since you were able to really not even be around that big wreck that happened, correct?
Yeah, I was quite a ways back. It actually took me a little bit just to get to the wreck, so yeah, everybody was already squashed up by the time I got there.
Well, that kind of works out. Is everybody driving pretty good out there? What's it feel like out there? You feel pretty comfortable with most of these guys, or what?
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be okay. A little bit of squirrely movements, but for the most part, everybody's just kind of easing in and easing out. A little bit of acceleration and braking too much instead of laying off the gas a little bit. But other than that, it's pretty good.
Awesome. Bryce, you got any questions for old Corey here?
No, man, just, what's the strategy, if any, right? I mean, obviously you have that little mishap there in the beginning, but now do you kind of just go in defense mode to try to get to the end, or you still want to be aggressive here and try to work your way back to the front?
No, I'm going to hang out here a little bit and just kind of not so much defensive mode, but just be observant and watch what's going on and slowly make myself back up. That's about all I'm going to do for now.
All right, Corey, we'll get you back here. Team restart's about to start here.
Yep, good luck, man.
Thank you.
All right, Corey Moore.
Oh, yeah. Well, him kind of getting off into the pits there, getting his little incident, may have worked out for him really for the better, because I'm sure he would have been in a hornet's nest on that incident.
Green flag. We got looks pretty clean again on the restart. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and before we get too far, Corey did mention something that I kind of do want to touch on, right? Obviously, the draft, everything is tight, but really want to be smooth on your inputs and your movements. You don't want to go from 100% gas and then get on the brake. That's what causes those checkups. So, if you're in a line like that, especially if you're on somebody's bumper, it's really important to kind of just modulate that throttle, or even sometimes a little bit of left foot brake as well. That way, you're not going from 190 to 185 with a second. You kind of want to just ease on those inputs to avoid those checkups.
Definitely, that is key. Smooth on these tracks is key. But look at these top four have kind of broken away from this big pack here. I'm kind of surprised how much they've broken away, and those guys really, I mean, for that whole lap. So if they can tighten up, they might be able to make it real hard on these guys if they're all scrambled to actually catch up.
Yeah,
Bryce knows a little something about that.
Yeah, that. Front four, but if those guys in that second pack, kind of just keep side drafting and jockeying around, they're not going to gain too much ground. So it's really on the guys up front to manage their temps and stay tight, and then the guys in the back kind of just have to find a combination, right?
Yeah.
Work together,
Yeah.
let's get back up there, and then we can fight. But
A 1.2 second lead is what these four have on the main pack. It's after almost 2 laps here. It's kind of crazy. Now it's a 1 second.
They're not being as aggressive on the side draft there in the back of the pack, so that definitely will help keep that momentum going forward at least a little bit. It's obviously not going to be as strong, but another thing to mention too, I can't remember exactly what the number was, but that caution may have helped those guys up front too on their fuel number, so they might be able to actually push a little bit more now and not have to worry about fuel if they're in that window.
Oh, that is a good point.
Yeah,
Well, I was in the replay so much, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't see how
Sorry.
many people actually may have pitted down that lap during that caution.
I think a lot of them. Yeah, I think a lot of them are going to be good now, even if they didn't fit. Oh, we got
Yeah,
3 wide.
Especially if you're in the back of the pack too, and you're not really losing track position. It doesn't hurt to just top off as well, and then that's less fuel you have to take on the pit stop, and you definitely gain some track position that way.
So it looks like we're forming up a second line here in the second pack, though. 2x2.
Yeah, I mean they've caught that front pack now, so yeah, they can definitely start turning it up a little bit again. They still have to be careful. It's I learned a little bit with these cars, obviously, in that race that we did. They're similar to the next gen cars, but the momentum in the run is so quick. So everybody has to kind of be careful. But again, these guys are giving each other plenty of space. So the side draft isn't too effective because they're not really utilizing it too much. So again, that's kind of what is helping keeping that momentum going. But I'm sure as the competition comes out, competition costing comes out, racing for points. But I'm sure the business will kind of start picking up at that point.
Yeah, as much as I would love these guys to utilize the side draft. I mean, I'm more than happy with these guys since a lot of them are new to really not be utilizing the side draft so much, because especially with how new a lot of these guys are and how they probably still have the 12-to-1 ratio on there, a little squirrely.
Yeah, man, that outside line just caught him and is actually past him. 76 on the outside, taking the lead. See if he drops down, as he does. Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Two Army cars lined up in the bottom lane there.
Oh, I assume they're teammates.
What is the what's the track temp out there?
We have the track temp.
97. 97.
Yep, 90 is what I have on here. You got 9-mile-an-hour wind, 77% humidity, a little bit of overcast.
Yeah, so that cooler track temp is definitely going to help the bottom line roll a little bit better, but you do get a really good exit on the high line. And I mean, those front four cars on the outside line, and oddly enough, Corey Moore talking about hanging out, and now he's up there at fourth, but that top line is going to
that 23. Oh, I just seen that happen live. Yep, 23 drifted a little up there. It was old Tim Taylor.
Oh, collected a punch. They're still wrecking. Slow down, everybody. All right, looks like everybody stopped. 33 involved, big time. Dayhoff, 51.
Oh, there we go.
33 crab walking.
Well, we were able to catch that live, so this should be pretty easy. I know that was Tim Taylor. It looks like he may have came up a little bit, or did the...
It looks like a little bit of both, but I think the 23 made more of the move. Just kind of, again, another not clear incident there, but it's part of it. Again, these guys are learning, so no harm, no foul. As long as these guys don't run up to it, then, again, I don't know how many people are out of a fast repair now, but I said the 23. I do apologize. I definitely meant the whatever car was on the outside. I didn't quite catch their number, but so my
I think it was. I think it was the 23.
Yeah, it was 82. They 23 started coming up, 82 started coming down. They both stopped, but still just kind of met in the middle there. Just these tracks it's really important to have that spatial awareness.
Yeah, the 82. I'm like I said, I know I'm delayed, but I mean, if we were judging these incidents, which obviously we're not, but I would more so put that on the 82. I mean, you could make the argument that the 23 did drift up a little bit, but I mean, the 82 was well in the top groove and was definitely making, a move down to the bottom of the field. So, one thing to note here too on these super speedways, again, with how fast the energy moves and what's going on, it's really important to, if you don't have a look left and look right button, definitely a button I would recommend using on the super speedways. But just kind of be sure, if you are going to make a move though, commit to it. Don't hesitate, because as soon as you hesitate, then that's when the wrecks happen.
Oh yeah. As I got a lot better view there, yeah, that looks like a lot on 82. Just maybe thought he was a little clear. Maybe he thought he had a little bit more room than he did. He kind of come down and caught the front bumper of the Tim Taylor and the.
Well, I bet you I know exactly what happened, because I just watched it back as well. Another big thing, and we actually saw a little bit of this over the weekend. Just because the guy in front of you is clear, that does not mean you're clear. What I saw is it looks like Corey Moore, definitely he went down to the inside line, and the 82 was just kind of fixated on that rear bumper. And as soon as Corey started going down the track, the 82 wanted to follow, and the 23 was there, and there was just nothing he could do. So, again, if you're getting a run and the car in front of you is clear, that does not automatically give you a green light that you're clear. So that's just something to watch out for as well.
Definitely. As we got, the 56 has made his way up front, John Stapleton. So that's good for him. Yeah, and I believe he was the one that won our first preseason race, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, what car was that?
Stapleton in the 56 there.
Yeah,
He was the winner of
he
our first
definitely
one.
won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did win the first one. It was at Vegas.
Yep. I know it's going to take a while to learn a lot of these teams, but I'm sure we'll get it right. I'm sure it took Bryce and the trucks a little bit to learn all the teams. Am I right?
I mean, dude, you'd be surprised, man. Like, you actually learn a lot quicker than you think you will. Like, I remember when I first started, like, oh, dude, there's no way I'm going to remember 30, 40, cars and names and teams and whatever. But, dude, after like 4 or 5 races, you can look at the front clip of a car and know immediately who it is. Now, obviously, if they change their paint scheme up or whatever, that's obviously another variable. But, dude, I got to a point where I could see the car for a split second and know, oh, that's Sean Happick or Sean Wilder or whoever. So it actually comes a little bit quicker than you think.
Well, that is good to note. So 16 here, of course, there are no stages, so nobody has to overly push. We made this our beginner series or our entry level series. Pretty easy. We want these guys to focus on clean driving. That's what we want when you move up, is clean driving, because it makes better racing. And we definitely don't want pacing laps for 70 out of 100 laps, because nobody wants to spend 2-3 hours of their time, get off work, work hard, come
Green
home.
laps are good laps.
Yeah, then just come home and pace all night. That is not fun. So first and foremost, we want to teach these guys slow down, race clean, and I promise it'll turn into real fun racing. But I'm telling you what, so far, I mean, I feel like these guys are really checking up. We may have pushed the IPL. Maybe we did a good enough job this year that these guys are kind of understanding. I mean, how about you, Wilder, out there running race control? I mean, it seems like everybody's doing really good, not with their ARCA breaking.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going well. Restarts have been good. I just told him just now to kind of tighten it at the last one. Everybody was kind of, a lot of space in between, and I'm just worried somebody's going to try to jump the start or something like that. But, I mean, restarts have been pretty clean.
Do we have John Stapleton on a team?
I think
I believe he is on a team.
Yeah,
I saw
I'm
him
kind
in
of
the
curious
chat.
who his teammates are here. Do you have that access? As we go green
Yes,
here,
I'm looking
Stapleton
right
gets a
now.
good jump. But not too good of a one,
Yes.
and that's definitely what you want. You don't want to get so far
Yes.
out ahead where you just get steamrolled.
Stapleton's teammates with Scott Rush in the 76, Chris Moreland in the 15, and Corey Moore in the 45. So he's probably going to be
Corey
looking
Moore's
to hook
right
up
behind
before
him.
there, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
That definitely works out. P1, P2 teammates.
Yeah, I guess so much for Corey hanging out in the back, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you got a
Right, bud.
teammate up there, you might as well get up there and get them, and then you can. I mean, I had to do that a lot in the trucks. As much as I like hanging around mid-pack, man, sometimes it's just not worth it on these tracks.
I was just going to say we're looking single file, but now we got a little movement on the outside. Somebody's out there. He's probably going to get blown by here, though. Just got a gap there. See if he gets down.
Yeah, it looks like that's number 63 of Dave Holmberg. There he goes. He
Oh,
dives
okay,
back
yeah.
in. Yeah.
Single
Yeah.
file, just logging some laps, looks like, so that's good. A couple, about 5 laps, yeah, 5 laps until we have that comp caution.
All right. And you will get the pits and the caution, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Another mover on the outside. Can't see the car number. I need to adjust that.
I really am surprised on how spaced out they are getting.
Right. Nobody, I think they're just being super cautious and trying not to create contact, which might be better off for now, but they're going to have to get to pushing at some point.
Oh, yeah, those last 10, 15 laps is going to be very interesting. on who wants to make the moves, who has a fast repair left. You know, because a lot of times those fast repair comes into play. It can change your whole thing if you have to use a fast repair by lap 3, because your whole outlook,
Yeah,
your
for
whole, just like Tyson says, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face, and that really ruins it when you get rid of that fast repair on like lap 3.
Yeah, single file looks like all the way through what 10th, 11th, all the way back here. Everybody's just kind of cruising here.
Well, all the way to 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13 has about a 7-8 car length gap here. 54 is going to the outside. I don't feel like he's going to pass this whole row, so.
He was making some moves up there earlier, but oh
Yeah,
yellow,
he just
caution
ran out.
again.
Oh, looks like Reno O'Connor, Brent. Oh, let me catch up here.
Oh no.
No,
Yeah, let's see
Alfie
what happened
and
there.
Scott Rush.
Oh, Scott Rush, he was up front earlier. Let's see here. Oh, 30 tries to go inside down the middle, I think, and just went down too much into the 76.
Yeah, the 55 got
76
into the
came
wall.
up at the 55.
Yeah, the 55 got into
Yeah.
the wall. That kind of started it all. And I think the 30, that kind of might have.
Oh, okay. I see that now, yeah.
That maybe kind of freaked him out a little bit. And he may accidentally went down into the other guy as he was trying to go on the outside to make a move. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That 55 hit the wall. He just overreacted a little bit, thinking he wasn't going to save it, and then got into the 76. Good thing is that happened to the back. It looks like the 30 was able to stay off the wall, so it doesn't look like any huge damage there.
And that's going to be the competition caution. I'm glad somebody reminded me there. We're still working out the kinks too, and it is lap 20, so yeah, that would be coming to 21.
All right. Well, it is John Stapleton. Maybe we can get him up at an interview after he comes out of the pits.
Okay, sounds good, yeah.
So, be our stage winner. Might as well give him the bonus. We already talked to Corey there.
Okay.
Heck, teammates there. That'll be something to talk to him about. See if they're really trying to work together. Hopefully they're in the same chat and really starting to work together. I know Corey, he was on my team in trucks. Yeah, he's a pretty quiet guy.
Yeah, easy. I ain't talk to him too much. So that, yeah, that reinforces
Super
that.
nice guy. Super nice guy. He's just really quiet. I think he just takes a lot of stuff in that we say. I don't think he really just cares to offer too much. I just think he likes to listen and do.
Got a couple guys stayed out. They may have hit the last caution there. We'll see how that works out for them. Or maybe they might be a lap down. No, we got a couple guys lap down. No, he's in the pit stall already, so I'm not sure.
I know tires here in trucks. I normally don't ever take tires unless I got into a wreck. I don't know about these ARCA cars. Bryce, Sean, do you know much about these ARCA cars on taking any tires on these super speedways?
We did that practice race the other night. I didn't take any tires at all, so.
Yeah, it's normally don't have to unless you spin out. Maybe unless you're at the back, you know, might as well. Unless you're trying to just maybe gain some positions, you can just go in for a splash and go.
Let's see if Stapleton's out of the pits. He is, so we'll try to grab him now here while he has a little bit of time. And let's get him up here, and that's not working. Give me 1 second. There we go. Hey, John.
What's up?
This is Sean and Sean up in the booth. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Doing good, man. Good way to come away first place after it's not really a stage win. It's comp caution, and you were leading the pack there with your buddy Corey Moore right behind you. How you feeling out there?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank Corey Moore. Definitely a good pusher. Pushed me through a lot of stuff I didn't think I would have got through by myself. No, I'm really excited to see how this goes, especially going in next week. We're working together really good, and hopefully we can keep it going and bring it home the checker.
How are your other teammates? Do you have your other teammate? Did your other two teammates show up today, or are they in the race and in the chat with you?
We got Scott Rush, actually. We actually got him in front of us, so we're going to see how this goes. He's been in a few accidents, though. not having the best of night, but keeping his hopes high.
Oh,
On the
yeah.
practice rates.
Yep, there's Scott Rush in 4th, Corey Moore in 5th, and you're in 6th. So that could turn out to be a real good combo right there, pushing yourself to the front. Is that what you plan on doing? Trying to link up and get up there in front, stay out of that mess?
Oh, for sure. Today's definitely just working together, figuring out our game plans for Saturday. So I definitely see us getting together and taking us to the front.
All right. Well, I guess you can get going unless you have any more questions for him, man. We appreciate the conversation here.
Yeah, thank you. You guys enjoy the show.
All right. Hopefully we get to talk to you again here in the top 3 at the end of the race, man.
Yes, sir. Hopefully you're not talking to me in the medical tent.
All right. Good luck, buddy.
Take it easy.
All right, getting back to his team here. We got a little confusion on the lineup. It looks like we got it figured out.
All right, good deal, man. Yeah. So I didn't know if you heard that, but Scott Rush is in 4th, Corey Moore's in 5th, and John Stapleton in 6th, and they're all 3 teammates.
Wow, nice. Oh no, Stapleton's. Oh yeah, no. Who's the other guy? Is Rush?
He said Rush
Scott
is
Rush.
in front of him. Yeah, Scott Rush is in
okay.
4th, so
all right, yeah,
he's going to start right in front of Stapleton, and Corey Moore's going to be on Stapleton's inside. So they're definitely going to try to link up, get out in front, and stay out of it, he said. So.
Yeah, their other teammate, forget his first name. Last name's Moreland. I think he may have won.
Oh yeah, I don't
Did
think
he
he's
win
in
the-
here.
oh, no,
Yeah, I don't see
McGee-
him in here.
McKee won the Milwaukee one, but I know he was running up front in that Milwaukee mile.
Well, that should be a
race.
pretty
He was
good
doing
team
real good.
altogether, man, with Corey Moore.
For
but,
sure, yeah.
He has a lot of experience. I'm not sure the experience that Stapleton or Rush has. But as far as their I rating, I'm in 1490, 1450, and Stapleton's at like 800, but he's probably better than his I rating. As we go green here.
Yeah, it seems like it.
As Christopher Dyke made his way up front. It looks like he last pitted on
He
lap
stayed out.
15, so
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like the top 3 stayed out and 5th place. Rush stayed out too, put himself up there with his teammate. Probably a pretty good idea.
Right. Looks like we're going to go 2 by 2. See if this outside line gets leaders here. It's at that 82 car. Oh yeah, it moves up. 33 moved up. Joe to the tie line. He's going back down. Maybe. He's staying up. Good battle here. Joe to the front. 33 car. Joe
There he
Petchmar.
goes. But that'll be good because now Corey Moore actually has a spot to pull up if he wanted to there for a quick second, line up with his teammates on the top row. But I'm not sure if he took it as we're in the in-car with Christopher Dyke here.
Oh, nice. Yeah, if I was on that bottom line behind Joe, the leader, anywhere on that bottom line, I'd just be cruising around.
That's what I do right here.
holding my
As soon as his teammates and get up there, if I was teammates with Corey Moore, I would tell him to jump up and get with that run on that top line. But it looks like that top line is just petering out, man. I feel like they're getting that top line going. Somebody's going to decide to go up there at some point. But you got to have friends, man.
So it looks like they might potentially have to pit 2 more times, depending on how cautions lay out. I mean, they might be able to pit under caution or stay out under caution and save some fuel, but because it's about 20 laps, so you go to lap 45 and then about 65 if we stay green. So it might be a fuel mileage race here by the end of it. We'll see.
I'll tell you what, though, it is already. I hope the start of the season is this good. I know we only had 28 out of how many we got in this league signed up? Like 50.
Man, we're in the 50s.
Yeah, so we got 50. Of course, everybody that wants to race Daytona is probably welcome to jump in. But after that, we'll just do how many pit lanes there are, which is anywhere from 35 to 43, I think. Each track differs, so we might have some people that have to qualify to get in, which would definitely be interesting. But either way, 28 cars on the track, man, and I think it's been pretty darn good racing so far.
Oh, for sure. We got a new guy popping out to the outside. Let's see if somebody can push him along here. The outside line's been dead, but the 35 is moving up on the outside with some help. Is that the 23 behind him, Tim Taylor? Yeah.
Yep, it's Tim Taylor behind KLD's here.
Let's see if they can make a move here. It looks like it's still, you got to run around a couple cars, and there's a caution. I don't know if that's for. I didn't see nothing.
Looks like Joshua Brown
Oh,
has crashed.
man, yeah. Joshua Brown in the 11 cars at Zimmel. Yep. Looks like Brown is on the bottom, and he comes up into Zimmel.
Wrong button. I apologize.
It looks like.
Oh yeah. What was? I'm not sure.
Who is him?
What the 42 there? Looks like he was just going up, and I mean, I don't know if he didn't know. I don't know if he was trying to avoid something. Maybe we can give that a
That
good
car had
rewind.
a little bit of a checkup in front of him, in front of the 42.
Well, let's go to the in-car cam and check this out then.
I'll be right back.
Check out the cockpit view. See, there's a little checkup there. See, yeah, that's what it was. Joshua Brown was just trying to make a move. He didn't realize he had cars on the outside of him, and just that's what happens at these super speedways, man. You just get collected on that if you don't have your head on the swivel. That's unfortunate for a few of those guys back there. Oh, there we go. Looks like our P1 and P2 are going in the pit. We do have a few takers on pit road here. Definitely might be interested on the fuel here. As they're getting about 20 laps on the fuel run. Plus you got your cautions. Definitely the leader's going to have to pit one more time, possibly two. But these guys are coming in, are still going to pit one more time unless there's probably about 3 more cautions. So, nah, they're going to have to come in. Yeah, definitely at least one more time for sure. But that now puts Corey Moore as our leader.
All right, you got me, Sean?
Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, I was just talking about some
All
of
right.
those leaders going in the pit. It looks like, you know, and then that ended up getting Corey Moore out there. But those guys with 40 laps left, so this is lap 30 to 70. Yeah, so 40 laps left. We're getting about 20, so they're going to have to at least come in one more time. But Corey and them are probably going to have to come in 2 more times now for sure. Unless they get another
we'll see.
2 or 3 cautions. So, yeah, it definitely could come down to some fuel if we stay green.
Anyways, we had some race control things to handle, so sorry I bailed on you for a minute. But looks like we had to clear some black flags under yellow.
Oh, that's fine. Has anybody got any penalties that are their fault yet so far today?
I think I saw some speeding penalties. I think I can't remember who it was. It's one or two guys on the last caution pit right away, so I'm assuming they were speeding.
Yeah. That'll get even the best of us. I wish Bryce was still in here. I would direct that one at him and some of his teammates.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, they do make up a lot of ground. More often than not, it probably works out better for him, even with the occasional boo-boo speeding in the pits.
Oh, for sure. They make it up they get in the pits hard, man. And I've tried it. I've gotten a little better at it, but not like them guys. And I don't know. They make up a bunch of time in there.
So much time. There's a lot of time to be made up on entry and exit of pit road.
So we'll see. Corey Moore's out front. We got Scott Stotler behind him. They're not teammates, so looks like Corey might be out there by himself until his teammates get back up in there.
He is, because Scott Roush is in 11th, and it looks like, where is Stapleton?
Oh, he's in the.
Oh, he's in 9th.
9th, 10th, yeah.
Yeah, 9th, and Roush is in 11th. So, you know, it's not too far back as far as super speedways go. So.
Right. See, Gayhouse made it back up there. We got the 24 of Greg. I'm gonna kill his last name, Vadness, but he's. I'll have to look at his sheet and make sure that's how you say it.
Hey, dude, that's probably. There was a couple tricky ones that actually filled that out. We need more of you tricky guys with those tricky last names to help us out. We go green flag here. Entering lap 32, more and more, and looks like Brett McKee go ahead and dives down. Go ahead, Wilder.
So Greg did not fill out a sheet, so we are just guessing on his last name.
Well, you're gonna get called when you get called, then, buddy.
It's all on me. Again, everybody diving down to the bottom. Outside still lagging back. We'll see if they get something going on the outside. So we got what 20. Yeah, 38 laps. So they're gonna have to pit at least once, probably twice. A lot of them. They were saying. Outside's moving now.
Who's up there
Got
leading
some
the
pushers,
charge there? Scott? Is that Scott? No. Oh no, that's the.
So here we got the 35. That's
there, yeah.
Yeah, Kale Deese and the 23, 10 to Toolman Taylor. We're gonna call you that all season. I'm sure you never heard that before. He's pushing him. He's got help from Stotler behind him in the 88. So, and Dayhoff behind that. That outside line may be moving here. Looks like McKee's doing a very good job, though, of pushing Corey Moore. He's laying back in the corners, gets right up on him on the straightaways, giving him a good shove.
Yeah, and it looks like there's 14 in the pack here. Then you have a couple that are just lost the draft, so they're going to have to really work on trying to catch up to these guys. Now you got a pack of 14, you know, this might go green for quite a while.
Yeah, I think some of these guys may have damage and got caught up in a couple of these accidents, may have used their fast repair, so they're just off the pace.
Well, learning curve on fast repairs, you will learn to start unchecking that. I'm sure a lot of these guys probably accidentally used it on a little bent bumper.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
but these are all learning curves that you will learn. Same with tires. Got some aggressive pushes there by both P2 and P4 there to get their guys up front.
Looking through the field to some of these guys to see if they do, if I can see the damage. I don't see a whole bunch. A couple cars got some scratch. Oh yeah, 55. He don't even have a front clip on his car. That's gonna slow him down.
Hey, but with that IPL, don't just get out of the race. You definitely want to get out there and do as many clean laps as you can, even if you're damaged. I know it doesn't count this race, but it is good practice for the regular season.
Right. Just stay out there and log laps. And it's going to bring down your number, your overall number. more clean laps you do.
Yes, it will. And as you know, kind of as short as these races are in our entry-level series, you know, you're not going to get quite as many laps to get that IPL percentage down. So.
Yeah. You got to take advantage of every opportunity to get some clean laps in. 2x2 up front. I mean, it's looking pretty racy up here still.
Oh yeah.
Outside line is that Kale got out front there?
He did. He
did
did.
not?
Tim's pushing him, and it looks like you have who's that? Greg behind him? No, that's not. I can't see. Oh, that's the 88 of Scott there. Stotler. Pushing him. So those three seem to be working together because they got a pretty good run.
Yeah, he must be staying with him. I'm not sure if their team. Oh wait, we got it.
Oh.
Somebody's dropping down. Tim dropping down.
Yeah, Tim said, I didn't mind helping you
Oh,
out,
they're
but
all
I was bailing on you. But it looks like 35 had a good enough run to go ahead and drop down so they can keep on working together. I felt like they were working together pretty well.
Greg in that 24 car's got to be loving that. If he can get up on the 88 and push him out to the front, that's going to gain him a bunch of positions. Along with the 21 right behind him.
It sure will.
Of Quinn McLean is if he could suck up right behind the 24 there and give them a nudge, they can get out front and gain a whole bunch of positions.
And what a big mover, because right now Scott is shown in the 88 in 4th place. He is plus 24 spots. So you don't get much better than that. That means he started 28th, and that's what we have in here.
Yeah,
oh, there we
big
go.
move.
Corey
Corey
Moore.
Moore.
Here we go. Says, I'm tired of pushing on that bottom row. Y'all push me. Get up there. Unfortunately, there is only 3 up there. So he's going to have to get some side draft going.
We did a little fun race the other night. I didn't notice any too much temp problems with these cars, right? Even pushing, I didn't seem like to have any, big temperature changes where I got too hot or anything.
Well, I normally don't ever get hot because I tend to back off a little bit, but that's probably, I mean, I'm a decent pusher, but I'm not the best. Maybe that's why. It's 35 looks like he's going up to
three wide.
Stop the run
for a second.
on the 45 there. I don't know if Corey Moore is doing that.
Some...
But I know in that race that we were doing with Bryce in that ARCA race, yeah, my temps, once I got really close, it would actually start to skyrocket, like, quick.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I never did get in the red. 50 or so. Yeah, then I was able to just get some air. You just poke your nose out there in the corner or whatever. They cool down really quick too. So
these guys might have some trouble. I see some guys going into pits. Scott Rush and Kevin Burke.
Yeah.
Did they go into pits?
Yeah, they might not have pitted, and they might be out of the field, so we might be looking at some green flag stop here shortly for the guys that did not pit, because these guys have pit.
Right, maybe.
I know the top 11 last pit on lap 22.
Yeah, it's no.
No, Tim Taylor.
92 held on to it.
Tim Taylor's going to be able to get into the pits.
Not going to throw a caution. We're all still rolling.
Yep. Nope. Can't throw that. Looks like
Somebody
Taylor.
lost the...
Yeah, it was Tim Taylor.
Oh, he lost his whole front end. Yep.
Yeah, let's go back and watch that. Looks like Tim lost it even before that. Let me go back and see what happened.
Maybe, yeah. I just caught the tail end of it.
He's up front leading. I don't understand what happened. We're going to see it right here. Oh, he just got a bad push, man. He
oh, really?
Yep. Yep, from McKee. Oh, yeah, that's a shame.
McKee's out front now. Oh, no, not for long. Kale Deese takes it on the outside. Brandon Dayoff giving him a push to get out front. McKee trying to do a little side draft in there.
Yeah, it looks like Tim was getting down. McKee got a little loose, went on the outside of him, tried to come back behind the 23 of Tim Taylor and got his quarter panel, which shoved Tim into the wall. luckily he was right there by the pits. Probably didn't have to get towed, and he looks like he is out of a fast repair because he is still in there.
Man, this guy's getting aggressive up front. There's been a lot of shifting around here. They're getting racy.
Yeah, as we look at the pit strategy and the stint length I have pulled up here, looks like they're on 19 laps.
Okay.
20 laps for Dees, McKee, Badnias, and Deha. Dyke is on his 12th lap. Moore, McLean, and McLean. Oh, those are brothers. Look at that, 7th and 8th spot.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I forgot about Sean McLean and Quinn McLean up there. Look at them running together.
McLean brothers.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's see what
That'd
they
be
got.
number 22 and 21.
Yeah, 22's been making some moves on the outside. I noticed that the whole race long. You know, he's been able to do that side drafting and gain some positions, and
So
hopefully drop down to the bottom.
Let me ask you a question. Of this group, of the top 8 that I could see, the stints are all 20 laps except Christopher Dyke. He's only been out there for 12 laps. But you're going to be left on the island if you don't pit with them.
That's true. He's gonna have to. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he has no choice.
I mean, barring a caution. I mean, yeah, he's gonna have to.
Yeah, I don't feel like he has any other choice unless he's going to be left out there alone. But he may have no idea. We don't know who's running overlays, who's running the stints, anything like that. So he may not know. They may all just pit together. But yeah, if
We'll
he
see.
sees
I think we're in a pit window. Some of these guys are getting down to the bottom here.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting on their.
Who's that? The 33 car?
See some people keying up with John Shields.
Yeah.
I know they're about to come up to some lap traffic here.
We'll see. So who is leading this? Kale, huh?
Yeah,
So
Kale with Brent McKee, Gregory, Brandon Dayoff, Corey Moore, and the McLean brothers.
They're even getting spread out too. They're getting spread out. Oh, there they go. That's why they're getting lined up for their pit stops here. We'll see if they can make it in clean here.
Yep. Let's definitely see if
This is a huge
Christopher
part of
Dyke's
the
going
race
to come
here,
in
I'll
there
tell you
with
that.
him. Yeah. We'll pull up this pit
Dyke's with
strategy
that
and
87.
stint link there. There they go at 35. 92 is going to go back. He's going to decide to go a whole nother lap here.
See if they make it in clean so far. Looking good.
92 is going in a little hot, it looks like. Oh, but that did leave Christopher Dyke out there.
Oh, he stayed out. He did.
All by himself, man.
Oh, no. Oh, and Zimmel's coming in behind him. Uh-oh.
Well, that's a good thing. He might be able to link up with Zimmel for a little bit. Let's pull up the track map here, and we'll see where these guys come out at because he's not going to get in front of them.
He's pulled up on John Shields, though. He's got one partner out there. That definitely helps a ton.
That will help.
If he was by himself, he was dead in the water.
And it looks like they're probably going to catch up to, is that a McLean up there? Number 22, it looks like. Maybe right in front of them.
Yeah, they're gaining on 28. That's Bolka.
Oh, okay, Bolka.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, they're
James
definitely
Bolka, yeah.
Gain up on him, they get 3. I know in the trucks 4 was a real good number. Like, you can almost keep up with the pack if you're 4. And if you're 4 really tight drivers, as they're going to have to merge here with all these other drivers that are probably a little bit slower than them. There they go. You know what? It might have worked out okay because he's got 4 or 5 cars in front of him that he's going to be able to link up with.
I think we got a couple guys get sped on pit road. The 24 looks like he may have sped, and maybe the 28 as well. They both have black flags. I'm assuming that's what it's for.
Yeah, so that's going to be Gregory in the 24. Badness. And who else did you say?
Bolka. You have Bolka? 28 car?
28
Just 28,
car,
24.
yeah.
That's all I show.
Yep, okay.
That's all I show, yeah.
Yep, that is Bolka. Now we're on Christopher Dyke. He's on lap 17 with Zimmel.
Oh man. Zimmel and Miller and where's Zimmel at on the
Revel
track?
and
Oh, they're way
Kashmar
behind him.
and the number 6 in Cheswick.
They're just really spread out. I don't know how they're going to pit all together if we stay green. You know, these guys.
Right. So P2, oh yeah, P2 is 11 seconds back. Zimmel's 11 seconds back, and so is Miller. So P2 and P3 are working together with a lap car of the 46, it looks like. No, that is Miller.
Okay, 24 is going to service penalty now.
Okay, yeah, that's going to shake things up. Because like I said, you got an 11-second gap, as everybody can see on the tower here. Then you got Rebel. It's 28 seconds, so you got another 15 seconds behind second place, or second and third place is fourth and fifth place. Another 8 seconds back, and that is sixth place. So, in fact, there's only 8 on the lead lap right now, Wilder.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm checking out what happened here with the 92.51. Looks like they're good. A little contact, and somebody didn't appreciate it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's with the top 5, lap 30. They're going to be. They're going to have to come right now. Yeah.
Are they coming right now?
Yeah. 87 staying out. I mean,
okay.
Zimmel.
Yeah, as the pit strategy goes, Dyke, Zimmel, Miller, right? The top 5. The top 5 are going to have to pit within 3 laps, and then that would give the 92 of McKee the net lead.
I think so, yeah.
With Dayhoff right and P2, there. Yep, and then Moore right behind him. So.
And they're just in one small group. I think it's just them 3 guys. No, they got a couple guys with them. He's like, why aren't you going?
Oh, okay, okay. It looks like Zimmel and Miller did pit.
Okay.
They are in a pit.
5's
right now.
got to come. He's coming now.
Road.
And I think that should be everybody. Joe Ketchmeyer in the 33.
Yeah, we're still looking for the. Okay, yep. 5 is in the pit.
Ketchmeyer.
Yep.
Staying out.
Okay, staying with Christopher. They can only have a lap or 2, so they're going to have to get situated.
Ketchmark compared to, yeah, man, I don't know how this is going to work.
And here
out.
Comes Christopher Dyke. Ooh, he's coming in hot. Christopher Dyke spins it going on pit road.
Oh, no.
He did. He just locked it up. He's going a little hot. Not a whole bunch of time lost. He didn't loop it all the way around. He just did get it. He just got it straight pointed at the pit wall, was able to stay off everything. Hopefully not a penalty. Hopefully he's able to get it woed down in time. I guess we shall see. As Joe... He's coming around.
He's coming now. Yep, he's coming now.
Is he coming now? All right. That's going to give...
Yep. A little late on the call there, but we'll give this practice race, right?
But that's going to give McKee right now.
Oh, and he spins around. Oh, no. Joe into the inside wall, pit lane.
Oh, no. Let's go back and watch that, guys.
Oh,
sorry.
Head on. That's damage.
Sorry, we got to show it, man. Yep, he did. A little bit too much brake bias there.
No.
Oh, that's a pretty big hit. He is smoking.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely a fast repair. I hope, Joe, that you haven't used a fast repair yet.
Yeah, that's
not. That's definitely going to be your race. As here comes Christopher Dyke out. He is going to lose the draft of those top 3 that just went around him. So he really wasn't that far off pace. Unfortunately,
yeah, he's not in a terrible spot. I don't think,
he is now because he is on an island.
Oh, yeah. Well, that group's going to catch him behind him. Hopefully we can get onto that group.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. You have a gaggle of cars. You got 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Yeah, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th all right there. That's going to catch him in 4th. So you'll have 4th through 8th in one pack trying to catch the 1, 2, 3. So hopefully McKee, Dayhoff, and Corey Moore, probably all decent drivers. They should all be able to get and push each other for this 19 laps. But I'll tell you another interesting part is on these pit strategies. They are 7 laps into it. So here's the thing: Christopher Dyke can make it without pitting again.
Can he?
Yes. Yep. He
Oh.
just pitted, and we had 19 or 20 to go when he
Oh,
pitted. These
For
other
sure.
guys are on their 8th lap, so they're gonna have to pit. With about what?
So it looked like
they're
he.
on 8 laps, 18, so they're gonna have to pit with about 8 to go, somewhere give or take a lap. They're gonna have to
Yeah.
pit with about 8 to go.
Wow. Maybe not. They might be able to get it to 60 something, 63, 64, 65, somewhere in there. They definitely are hoping for a caution, though.
Yeah, there are a lot of drivers out here hoping for a caution, especially how spread out we are.
Here comes the 76. Oh, okay.
Joe went a little
33,
early,
he
did
got
he?
the
He might have a
damage.
little
He
damage.
had the damage.
Yep.
Yeah. He probably tried to go out and run some laps and probably wasn't feeling great.
Probably
Got it.
overheating a little bit.
So we got the 92 out front, Brandon Dayhoff behind him, Corey Moore, and then Sean McLean. He lost his brother somewhere. Or no, he's in that. They're in that second pack. So yeah, this 28 car, is he a lap down? That's in this top pack there.
I gotta start keeping up. They are 4.9 seconds
Oh yeah,
back.
Volka's the 28 car.
They
This
are
fourth-
gaining.
fourth-
They are gaining every.
Are they?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're gaining.
They got 6 cars in that pack. They got 6 cars compared to 4 up here.
So this Force 4 really, I know it's scary at times, but you've got to tighten it up, man. You have got, like, the closer,
Yeah.
the better. Especially 4,
I think
you could probably make them not. If you ran like those Eternal guys do on cups, really tight, close, switch out every once in a while, give each other some air to cool down, they can run away from the pack, those 4, but they just aren't. They just aren't linking up well
Yeah.
enough right now.
Dayhoff's got about a car length to the 92 and then another car length to
Yeah.
the Moore.
Yep.
I
Look
mean-
at that. Ever since when I last told you, we're at 3.5 seconds back now. So they already gained a second.
Nice. Yeah. Now they're running some lap traffic this first pack and they're getting mixed up with them.
They are.
Oh.
Oh yeah, they got to get around that, man.
Oh,
They're
boy.
going to lose more time. But these guys should be able to catch on. Now they're going to have 6 with them.
Yeah, true. But they're not really pushing. Dayhoff's staying back. I don't know. I think somebody's got to push here. They're not pushing at all. So, yeah, I think that second pack they're flying. They're catching them like nothing.
They are. We're at 3 seconds even right now from the 4th place car.
So maybe that 92 slowing down that front pack to save fuel. Maybe, I don't know how close he is.
But 5 laps running out front, I don't know if that's going to happen. 54,
No, he's
interesting
way out
move
front.
here, trying to go on the outside of these guys.
Yeah, he should probably just get out of the way, I think. But it's all right. He's got a right to race, but just don't want to cause any issues there.
Oh, for sure. It's just he's not going to pass these guys in a group of, you know what I mean? Although they're not really tied up or drafting. So if Dayhoff got up on him and because they're already down, you're down to 1.6 seconds now, that second group.
So when they catch him, though, that's the key. Is what are they going to do? Because they have these lappers on the outside here. Are they going to try to zoom around him or just connect behind him?
That is a good question. And are they going to have to pit before that? We have 14 to go. Like, they only have about 6 laps before they're going to have to pit, which I'm sure they'll catch them then because here they come.
If I have to pit, I would almost pit before I got to him. Oh, somebody blinked out. Just get the pit done.
Here he goes. Stapleton tries to go to the outside, but nobody wants to go with him.
Oh, this is real interesting. 54 gets in the back of the 45. Corey Moore holds on to it.
Oh, getting a little wild back there. Calm down, guys. There's 13 laps left. You don't have to do anything to lap 3. And there we go. Corey Moore in the 54. That lap car. The old lap car wanted to hang around the outside for some reason. Just ended up collecting them. again, I know he has every right to race, but I don't understand why he's just like fall in line. You need to just fall in line in that instance when you got those leaders. I understand if you're trying to get a lap back or something like that the old-fashioned way, but you have to wait for somebody to go with you. Go back and watch this again. Actually hit the live button.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Oh, no, I was just saying I wasn't for sure what the 54 was doing. I mean, I understand he's trying to get his lap back, maybe the old-fashioned way, but just to be on the outside when you have nobody to go with you, knowing you're not going to pass the leader, I guess I'm just not understanding his thought process on that.
Yeah, it's probably best just to drop back, fall in line behind him, and just, like you said, just log some laps, hopefully get a caution, maybe get a lucky dog and get back on the lead lap, you know, do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, Corey Moore did drift up a little bit. 54 drifted down. They just kind of met in the middle there. 54 definitely shouldn't have been probably side drafting right there at that point. But Corey Moore probably could have kept it a little bit more steady. And I don't know if Corey Moore had to use his fast repair. He had some damage a little bit on his rear when that happened. So, not sure if he has his fast repair left.
Yeah, that's one thing I wish maybe an overlay. I'm sure there's got to be an overlay out there that shows if you use your fast repair or not. That'd be helpful for us to have, right?
Man, you would think, right?
So if you know of one of those apps, guys, just go ahead and put a comment in the chat there, and we'll try to get that.
Well, this will be interesting. Now everybody fueled up. I was kind of excited to see them pit. You know, those top 4 guys were thinking they're lucky stars that there was a caution there, because they were going to have to pit, and Christopher Dyke wasn't going to have to pit again. And I was kind of curious on how that was going to play out.
All right, I'm back, Sean.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to clear some black flags for passing under yellow. So you guys watching this back on the replay, I know some of the drivers, probably a lot of the drivers, are going to watch this back. We'll review those after the race, and we'll let you know if, you know, we're not going to clear just any black flags. Passing under yellow under certain circumstances, we definitely
If somebody's
can.
involved in a wreck and can't keep up, that's it. Not if you pass 12 people going to the pits because you want to hurry up and make up time. That's not a clearable offense.
Right. So I just cleared a bunch, and I told them earlier, I said, I'm going to clear these for today, but in the future, I mean, we're going to look back at them because we want everybody to learn. That's the idea of this, you know, just to learn, you know, everything. So we'll just go back. We'll DM the people that maybe cleared it illegitimately, I would say, you know, and not under the rule book. And we'll let you know of that after the race, probably tonight or tomorrow.
All right, looks like Scott Rush was able to get one of his laps back. I need to see if he has more than one lap. Maybe he's on the lead lap now. Scott Rush. Yes, he was 1 lap down. I don't know if it kept up on time. That should get him on the lead lap, I believe. I guess we have to wait until he comes back around to see if that was it. So, looks like we're going to have, what, a 9-lap shootout here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's going to be
interesting
to see how aggressive people are here.
Well, those top 4 guys are very lucky that caution came out. That's all I know. But look up here. We have a new leader, Thad Miller. It was the first time we really got to talk about him. Dad Miller, Brandon Dayoff, John Stapleton, Frank Simmel, Sean McLean, and Quinn McLean, and Robert Sedgwick. Cale Dees, Christopher Dyke, and Scott Stotler. Rounding out our top 10. And then Corey Moore there, he's in 11th, so definitely has a teammate up there he can work with. Those two brothers I'm kind of watching here. As we get ready to go green. Be 9 laps left to the finish.
Here we go. I like Stapleton. I like where he's at. He's sitting pretty right now.
I like the brothers, man. I'll be honest with you. Starting P5, P6. But of course, you can't count out Dayhoff. He's probably gonna. I would assume he's gonna be one of the top drivers this season. I'm gonna put my money on it. Coming from trucks, racing with him, so that's a good move there. Go ahead and dive down.
Where did Corey Moore end up here?
He's in 11th right now. Yep. He's in 11th. It looks like he got all fixed up. He was able to save it.
Turn. Zimmel got turned. 6 got into him. Oh, I think that's just a single car incident. Oh, there it goes. That's unfortunate.
Oh,
I mean, that's going to take us down to about 5 to go now. Here.
Oh, yep. It looks like Zimmel went up a little bit, came back down, and there just wasn't enough room for him to come back down there. That gap already closed up by him getting out Yeah, that gap already closed. Got into Sedgwick in number 6 there. He didn't get the wall too hard, so if he used a fast spare, he should be able to knock that out and get back out there without losing a lap. Not a lot of guys in comps as I thought there'd be. We don't see Thad, do we? Oh, Thad is up there. Let's see if he pits here. If he doesn't pit, maybe you can pull Thad up here, Sean.
Okay, we'll see.
I'm sure he won't, but.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. I'll get prepared anyways.
He's down there in Team Orange Lemons. He's there with Brett McKee.
Yeah, them two guys been doing good.
Yeah, Brett McKee is in 13th. Yeah, he's a little bit down there, but this Super Speedway, you're only 6 rows back by that point. So,
man, interesting race though. We had some fuel strategy in there, and now we're just gonna go to a straight shootout.
Green flag stops in our first. Well, this ain't the first race, but still, I can't believe we had green flag stop. I couldn't tell you. We only had like 4 all the truck season.
All right, I'm gonna get that up here. I'm gonna wait till they wanting to go right now. I think we'll see if the lights go off.
No, it's 2 to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, but
right.
yeah.
We'll get that up here now.
Yep.
Hey Thad, you got Sean and Sean up here in the broadcast booth. How you doing?
Howdy.
How are you
guys?
Well, we haven't got to really talk about you too much, and then all of a sudden we look up and here you are up front. How was the start of the race going before you got up there?
It's all right. I get more incidence points under caution than I do during the race. It seems like. So I've been doing repairs the whole race.
Right. How'd you find yourself up there? Did you just make some? Did you pit?
Fuel mileage. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was hoping it was gonna go green. I was gonna be like a 10th to the good or something like that, you know.
Yeah, we were looking at that. I knew the top 4 or 5 weren't gonna make it, but I know Christopher Dyke was leading all the guys that were gonna make it. But that's all right. It shows some interest in racing there. You have any strategy for up front here? With I'm sure we'll be about 5 laps to go when we go green.
Stay on the bottom. I'm just trying to save fuel right now. Still, do you know how many green white checkers there are?
There are 3.
3.
There are
3.
3.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not gonna make that. So.
Oh no.
all you gotta do
I
is.
might have one in me.
Just hit that white flag, man. Hit that white flag and stay out front and put your head down, man. Well, I'm pulling for you up there, Thad.
I appreciate it.
All right, man. Well, we'll get you back down there, and good luck, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you here at the end of the race on the podium.
Yep, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
He was. Where's his team at?
Mr. Thad, it's
Where's Lemons?
plus 23 spots, so it's definitely a pretty good day
Hold
for
on.
him so far. Orange Lemons.
I'll get you there, Thad. Give me one
No,
second
you're good.
here.
You're good.
It's right above coaching down there with Brett McKee.
Actually, yeah, he's way down there. All right, we got him.
It's all right, everybody. First time here. First time.
We'll get better.
Well, good thing it can only get better, right? It can only get better.
I mean,
This has actually been fun. I'll be honest with you. I know,
The
probably not a
race-
great job. Me and you both definitely have the face for just broadcasting.
No, it's been fun. It's a fun race to watch. I mean, there's been a couple like real, just kind of unfortunate incidents, I would say, but overall, there's been some pretty good racing as well. Good to see, some outside line racing, getting up towards the front and able to run too wide and not have a ton of incidents. We have had some, but yeah, well, it'll get better as the season goes.
I'm excited to see after the Speedway who really starts to stand out when we get some more of these technical courses, some of the more concrete tracks, more tire unfriendly tracks,
Right.
and things like that, to really find out who's going to start coming out for the chase, So it'll be exciting to see who really cements himself in this league.
Yeah, we got Daytona, then we got Vegas, and then I think Milwaukee. So I mean, I'm looking forward to watching that Milwaukee race.
Oh, for sure. I'm glad we put it on that track. I'm a fan of Gateway, and I feel like Milwaukee runs kind of like Gateway to me. So I've always enjoyed and done well at Milwaukee and Gateway both. So I enjoy those tracks.
All right,
So,
man. We
yeah.
got 5 laps to go.
Yep.
5 laps shootout. We got Thad Miller on the point, John Stapleton right there, Dayhoff, and the McLean brothers along with Cal Deese up there in the top 6. See what happens there.
Got a good jump there.
Good start, but hopefully somebody gets behind him real quick.
Yep.
Looks like
What do you do there on those? Do you go ahead and lay off? Like if you see you got too good of a
Oh, yeah.
jump? Yeah. Yep.
for
do
sure.
too.
I
That's
just laid off
definitely what
immediately and let him catch me.
Yep. For sure.
Dayhoff's gonna push the heck out of him right here. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. You probably ain't gonna see his emblem the rest of this race. He's gonna be so far up Thad's rear bumper there.
Miller. See if this outside line gets organized. Then we got the McLean brothers here. We'll
Yep.
see if
Third
they
and
can get
fourth
linked
linked
and do
up.
something.
Yeah, if they can get linked up here, then make a move here on the last lap. So I would start getting in position if I was those guys with about 1.5 to go. But if you're Stapleton or Corey Moore or something like that, you kind of just want to start getting in position a little bit. You definitely don't want to go back to 10th or so.
Yeah, he's kind of holding back, but I think he's hoping he can clear that outside line. We'll see. Oh, a little check up there. 92 got into it. Oh, 11. Hold on to it, brother. Nope. 48 and 11 got into it. That's probably going to be a caution. Nothing yet. Nope, we got it going.
They're going to keep it
They
going.
got it
They're gonna
going.
keep it going. Hey, guys, that's
I'm
a way to
not
not
gonna
stop on the track and do that. I got to call that out for that. Heck of a
Right.
job with that.
For sure. Yeah, I was about to throw it, but they kept it going.
Oh, I'll try to always let iRacing take care of that.
Oh, we got a new leader, Dayhoff, out to the point. See what happens here. Thad said he was close on fuel. Maybe he just dropped behind him just to kind of save some fuel, and hopefully he can.
Well, I think
Make
he
it
said
if we
he was a
need to,
10th. Then we had that caution. And
Oh,
then a
yeah.
second caution. So I would think
no help.
I would think Thad has about a green-white checkered in him.
Oh, Stapleton, big bump for the 22, I think. Trying to get that outside lane going.
Oh, that
Stapleton kind of
88's
jumped
a little
out.
wild.
Oh, buddy, hold
Gotta
on.
be careful there.
92's pushing him. Oh, we got a little check up. We're good. We'll see if this outside line. 35's been good on that outside line. He's third back on that inside or outside. See if he can push it up. He is. They're getting a run there. I would say Dayhoff's in a pretty good spot here. We'll see.
Those four can get a run, but they got to link up there. That 22 of one of the Quinn brothers. Who is that? That's Sean Quinn.
Yeah, he's pushing hard.
Yeah, he's doing a real good job
Oh,
pushing.
they got a little squirrely there.
Yeah, got a little squirrely. I know you can push these pretty well in the corner too.
For sure. I was getting pushed really hard the other night when we were doing our little practice race.
Right.
All the way through the corner, and it was still controllable.
Day off, final lap here on the day off. So let's see if old Thad can go with someone on the outside. Someone's got to go with him if he makes a move.
We'll see. 56, he's coming around. He's trying to side draft. He has no help behind him. Looks like it's going to be between Dayoff and Miller, maybe. We'll see if that third car line can get out. Oh, we got a lap car.
Mention that lap car to get out of the way, stay high. Let's go. Yeah, I think it's definitely yeah, I don't think he. Well, let's see here.
See if Miller can get a run. He got to push from the 21 there.
Oh, there he goes. With a good run.
Outside the reckon. Miller's coming. Does he have it? No, Dayhoff got it.
Yep, Dayhoff got it. Dad Miller and Quinn McLean. Very good. Very nice race. Very good finish there. A little incident with that final.
We'll just do that. We'll just disable the chat for everybody. Let them cool down for a second.
Yeah, definitely find out who that is if they want to do that.
Yeah, guys, you guys watch this back. We don't need to call outs after the race. We'll just discuss it later, you know. But anyways, great race. Congrats to Mr. Miller.
Yeah, definitely
coming in second there.
Oh, for sure. He had a good run there at the end, man. He was about halfway up the car there for P2. So definitely holler at him and get those three in the broadcast wait.
Yeah, on that right now.
But that's a good win for Dayoff there. I'm sure he's happy. I'm excited to talk to him. Hey, how you doing, Bryce?
Hello.
Oh, did you catch any of that, man?
Yeah, I caught that last start from the green flag there.
Good deal, good deal. Yeah, it was a pretty darn good race, to be honest with you. I thought it was way better than probably expected.
Yeah, I was a little worried about Dayhoff there giving up the right rear, but that push that he got there in the trial will definitely help.
Man. Yeah, I know. I seen him open that up, and I was like, oh, no. I thought there was going to be a wreck right there, but he didn't let him in, so.
Yeah, these next-gen cars, and, I mean, really, honestly, just a lot of the cars on the Superspeedways now, definitely don't want to give up that right rear. The side draft is just so prominent here. But luckily, like I said, he gets that bump in the tri-oval and then holds on to it and able to walk away with a close victory there. But yeah, Thad was definitely trying to give him a run out there, just didn't quite get the side draft and didn't quite have, too much help. So Dayhoff pulls it off.
Yeah, I'm sure he's happy about that. I'm sure will be very excited when he comes in.
Yeah, I don't see Quinn McLean in a channel, so we might
go with Thad then. How many we got? Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and pull Thad up.
We'll get Thad up here. If McLean jumps in, we'll get to him. Hey Thad, how'd it go?
Howdy.
Good job, man.
How are you guys? How was it?
Doing great.
Yeah, doing pretty good. That was a pretty good finish there. Do you wish you may have made your move a little bit sooner, or did you time it right? You just didn't have nobody to go with you.
No, I was talking to Brandon a second ago. It was funny, like the last 2 or 3 laps, I would try to lift a little bit, like going into one to get a little bit of a gap to get a run on him. I'd get about half a car length, and then he would lift too, and I couldn't. There was just nothing. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna stay behind him until the last corner and just send it. And I'm not gonna touch him, but you know what I mean. Is what it is at that point. It was fun. Good for him. Good win for him.
Yeah,
Well,
good job, man. You made it through your fuel run. We didn't have any green white checkers. I know you were kind of worried about that one.
Yeah. I think I had.
Talked to you earlier.
I think I had about 2 laps left, so it was
Okay.
good. It was good. I appreciate what you guys do. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay a little bit, or watch the broadcast. And what about us?
Yeah, please do.
You asked us
Give us-
questions. What do you guys want us to do different?
huh?
I mean,
No.
to tell you the truth,
No?
it was cleaner than expected. To tell you the truth,
Yeah,
restarts
the
look
first couple
good. There
cautions
was
were a little. Yeah, but
there was
Yeah.
some stuff that happened that we'll go over, but I mean, overall, I think it was pretty decent.
We'll
I
tell
got
y'all
something
what
for
we
ya.
need. Yeah, we'll tell y'all what we need
Yeah,
done
yeah.
when Penalty Thursday normally hits.
All right.
Yeah, hey, I got something for you, sure. On that, I know you talked about backing up there. I know you didn't really have like a whole lot of help there, right directly behind you. But yeah, I mean, a good shout by trying to back off and get a run. But if you're backing off and that car behind you isn't giving any help, you just got to try to take whatever run you can get. And you did good. You got to his right rear. That's definitely the play that you want to make. But once you get to the right rear, I know obviously you don't want to hook them, but definitely
Gotta stay
utilize
there.
that side draft there. Yeah, because you
Yeah,
got to the
yeah.
right rear and then you kind of open it up a little bit, and he ended up getting that push. But if you can get to that right rear and stay on him, dude, I mean, it was obviously a really close finish, but you definitely would have had a better shot doing that. So maybe a little bit of a tip for you there if you're in the same position from this time next week.
I appreciate it. I thought there was somebody else that was going down to his inside, so I was just trying to stay as far outside as I could in case we were 3 wide. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure what was going on, so I was like, well, I'm not gonna push him if there's somebody down there. So
He did open up a little bit, and I thought the 22 was going to make a move down there, but he never
But he never
did.
did?
So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's what I thought too. It looked like that whoever was behind me was gonna get a run on him, so I was just staying out of the way.
Right. Well, that
All right,
worked
man.
out at Daytona, ARCA, first time racing really
Yeah,
against all
yeah.
these guys. A P2. Hopefully you
Yeah.
can follow that up next week, man.
Yeah, stay out of trouble, and yes, sir. Well, I appreciate it.
All right, man. Anybody you want to shout out or thank? And
No, well, it's
this
just
is
funny.
your time
Brent,
to say what you need to say.
Brent's been running good in all the other races we've had, and I finished about last in all of them. So it's about time to swap places. I think he finished like 6th or something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was good. It was fun.
Well,
Appreciate it.
it's next week that counts. So hopefully you can
Yeah,
ride
yeah,
this
Yep.
momentum to get you something good.
Yep. All right.
All right, thanks, Dad. We'll talk to you next week, and good luck next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Now we'll bring up our third place finisher.
Oh yeah.
Quinn McLean is joining us now. Finished third place in this preseason race. How was your night?
Oh, it was fairly hectic, actually.
They always are, man.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. It was good though. It was good.
Yeah, I was kind of pulling for you and your brother there. I see y'all were linked up for the last 20 laps or so of the race, so I was kind of hoping y'all were gonna make a run there at the end, but I seen y'all kind of got separated there after that restart somehow. I didn't see how. So
Yeah, just to add to that too, I think about on pit road, I had an issue. My headset went out, so we were hooked up. We could obviously chat with each other, and then my headset went out, and I was scrambling trying to plug in other stuff and whatnot, and then I didn't have communication with him the whole race. So here I'm trying to like text him during yellow and whatever, and I'm trying all the other channels, and they're like, you got me, and so yeah, we didn't have any communication during the race, but yeah, it was a blast.
well, are you surprised you found yourself up there with the chance to maybe get the win, or what was your game plan going in? I guess was your plan just to kind of stay at the back, or kind of get out front and stay there, or just stay with your teammates?
Really, I was trying to stay out of trouble for the most part. I was just gonna bide my time. Hopefully, keep out of trouble until maybe 10 to go, 15 to go, and then see if I could work my way up. And it just happened the cards fell right, and everything fell into place. So gotta be happy with that.
Oh yeah, I mean a P3
Yeah.
for you, and then it looks like Sean got the P7. So I mean, it's a heck of a finish at Daytona. Hopefully you can ride this momentum into next week, you and your brother both. And I mean that top 10 at Superspeedway is always a win for me, for sure. That definitely get you some points on the board if you do it again next week.
Yeah, exactly. Could only hope for a repeat, but never know. I mean, like I was just telling the other guys, it could be just the opposite. It could be crash out in P28, and that's just the way super speedways go. So
Yeah, just curious how many incident points. I haven't looked at what everybody has. I mean, how'd you fare in that department?
I think I have 4.
Oh, that is
fairly,
great.
Well, that's amazing, brother. Good job.
But I mean, don't quote me on that. But I think the last I looked was probably the last caution, which was probably what 5 or 6 to go or something like that. So maybe that last lap or 2, I may have picked one up or so. But I think it was at 4. So I'm pretty happy with that.
For sure. Yeah. You have anybody you want to shout out or thank? This is your time to say what you want to say about maybe people that helped you out or anything like that.
Oh God, yes. Smoke Train Racing has been great. We've been doing a lot of stuff together, so that's worked out. JMax Speed Shop and 21 Race Graphics, and the Flamehead guy has been awesome too. So appreciate everybody helping making this go.
All right, cool, man. We'll talk to you next week, and good luck next week.
Thanks, guys.
Get Mr. Brandon Dayoff. Mr. Brandon Dayoff up
There
in the
he
booth now.
is.
What's up, fellas?
How's it feel?
Congrats. Oh, go ahead, Sean.
Oh, I was just seeing how it feels. I mean, unofficial win, but it's still got to mean a little something to get out here and win the league with 28 drivers. I mean, it's still a really big field, even though I'm sure we'll have 40 next week.
Yeah, it was a pretty good feeling. I wish it was the real thing. Just get it.
Yeah, really. Of course you do.
Definitely, but that's got to give you some confidence going into the season, right? I mean, I feel like you're probably one of the front runners for the season. So.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about this season. Yeah, especially with my team. I'm working on the rookies, get them prepared, possibly move up to the truck series eventually. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier today, I think it was today. Like you guys were looking for one more guy. I know you guys definitely improved. Like, you could tell you guys practice. You know what I mean? Like you guys were working to get up, and you guys actually showed it in the Cup Series as well. You and Seabolt been doing pretty darn good up there. So, so that's what you guys' secret sauce you guys got going on over there.
Just communication and keep on. I go back and watch video. I go back and watch video of myself and all my drivers to find points that drivers can work on to get better.
Yeah. What was your did you have any type of game plan there at the when there was 5 to go when we went green?
Yeah, no, at the finish, last was it 8 laps? I think it was. I was like, all right, and we're probably gonna get one more caution. And I was like, all right, let's make this move early and try to get the lead right before this caution comes out. So I have it at a green white checker. Well, that caution didn't come, but it still worked out.
It did work out. You and Dad kind of had a little gap there. Then it looks like Quinn McLean started to catch y'all there. I think if Dad would have had a little help on the outside, it may have been a little bit closer. Excuse me.
Yeah, it probably was. It was close. I was like, I saw Kuwait and I was like, oh, I hope he don't hit me too hard.
No, where?
I see you got.
How'd your teammates finish today? I see Corey Moore finished P9, which was good. Who else? Yours, Rush, right? Looks like
no.
6. Oh no, oh no, that wasn't yours. Sorry.
Toolman, I believe that's a DNF for Toolman. I think Zimmel got the last lap trouble. Yeah,
Yes,
they
he
were the
did.
Yep, he did.
HVR guys there, and we were working with Leonard Motorsports, Josh Rebel, and Gregory, and Gregory was
Mhm.
up there at the. He was the last one before he went down pits, got caught speeding twice.
Oh man.
Oh man, well I tell you what. Well, I would say that normally only happens once, and you'll learn your lesson. But I guess that's not right.
Yeah,
So
man. Well, good race. I mean, that was a. I mean, it was. I think we in the booth we thought it went a little better than expected. There's a green flag pit stops and really threw in some crazy kind of strategy. We weren't sure, what kind of what everybody was going to do on pit stops. There's a couple guys that were off cycle from, the bigger group. How did you feel the racing around you was? Was it good, bad? Um, just how'd you feel about that part of it?
It was pretty good for the most part, especially the end of it. But the first, it was really shaky. I was like, I probably should have backed off on the front pack right before that big one happened, because I was like, I feel like it's coming. I was like, I'm gonna back off. And as soon as I said that, it's something happened in front of me.
Bryce, do you have anything for day off here?
No, man, just good job on the win and putting yourself in a good position there at the end. I'll give you the same advice that I gave Mr. Thad. You're just going to be on the receiving end. Maybe just next time try to protect that right rear a little bit more. But other than that, man, congrats on the win, and we'll see what you can do out there next week, man.
Thank you.
All right, congrats, Brandon. Good job, man. We'll see you next week.
All right, see you guys next week.
All right, Sean, what do you got for closing, comments here? I think it went pretty well. I mean, there were some rough patches there, but I mean, we did get some green flag pit stops, which, I mean, we didn't even have that a lot of races in our truck series last year, so that's a pretty good start, I think. I mean, this isn't even a real race or a regular season race, really. So,
No,
yeah, I
yeah,
think we're off to a good start.
yeah. I thought it was really good. I thought it was way better than expected. To be honest, I don't know how many cautions we have. I don't have the caution count right now, but I don't think we have about maybe 6 of them, 7 of them maybe.
Yeah, I don't have that up yet.
So we'll be able to go back and look and see how it was, but I would say overall broadcasted it outside looking in. I thought it was a really good race. So, I know
Agreed.
we can go over
I think it's a good practice race for next week. So
yeah, I'm really excited. I wish we would have had most of the guys show up tonight, but I understand, it's whatever, practice race, Superspeedway. A lot of them are probably Superspeedwayed out by now. I know I was when we were starting the other. I know I was. We were starting the other season. We had Xfinity, Truck A, trucks, all starting. I was like, my God, with the duels and then the Superspeedways, the race.
Mm-hmm.
I was so ready.
It's never enough.
Oh God. Well, you sound like Mike now.
Yeah. Well, the different. Well, no, I'm not going to go there.
Oh, so we got Brandon Dayhoff in P1. Thad Miller we talked to as well in P2, and Quinn McLean in P3. John Stapleton in 4th. Robert Cheswick in 5th. Brent McKee in 6th. Cale Deese in 7th. Corey Moore in 8th. Josh Revel in 9th. And Christopher Dyke in 10th. So it's pretty good showing by those guys.
Then I'll continue on, just announce everybody just so we get a little bit of airtime for everybody. We got Sean McClain came in 11th. Scott Stotler came in 12th. Mike Burns came in 13th. Frank Zimmel 14th. Kevin Burke in 15th. Scott Rush 16th. Gregory Vadness in 17th. Cam Deacle in 18th. Joe Ketchmar 19th. John Shields in 20th. James Bolka 21st. Alfie Aldhouse 22nd. Ryan Stevenson 23rd. Dave Holmberg 24th. 25th with Carson Smith. 26th. Tim Taylor. Joshua Brown 27th. And Reno Connor in 28th. And it looks like we had 6 cautions for 18 laps, which is not terrible at it. I mean, that's pretty darn good for a Daytona race, I think.
Daytona race, I don't think at the end of the season, when we started our chase with Talladega, we had under 6 cautions. And that
Yeah,
was
that's
with
pretty darn good,
that was
man.
with
18,
12 races in.
18 laps of caution laps. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think the timidness from a lot of these guys is kind of helping contribute to that. I mean, obviously, you know, as per every race, really, there was some mistakes out there, but I think, you know, I know how my mindset was when I first got into iRacing, right? Like, nobody wants to be that guy that caused a yellow or a second or a third one, even at that. So I think a lot of these guys are kind of playing to that a little bit. I mean, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I think that there is a little bit of a potential for next week to actually go a little bit worse than this week did, not just because of the amount of drivers that will be on track, but, you know, everybody now is going to feel just that little bit more comfortable. And I think that at times comfortability can lead to chaos. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe next week is a little bit rougher than we had tonight, but I mean, obviously I could be proven wrong, and I hope that I am, but you know, just a couple of key, you know, takeaways. I know I kind of said them at the top of the broadcast, but just, you know, and Sean, I know, well, Happy, I know you kind of alluded to it as well, but just being smooth here and committing to what you do is a very crucial part of success at super speedways, not only for you as an individual, but, you know, for the actual race as a whole. Just commit to what you do, be smooth, and just always, man. I don't know if you guys can attest to this. I know I can, but I'm almost looking out of the mirror on the super speedways more than I'm looking out of the windshield, and I think that helps with just that level of awareness and knowing, you know, which lane has the run and whatever. And I know we saw it a couple times. Again, just remember, if you're pushing somebody, just because the guy in front of you is clear, that doesn't mean you're clear. And, you know, again, just be smooth. If there's a checkup in front of you, you know, you don't have to slam on the brakes, just kind of ease off of it, make sure you don't kill the guy, and that will stop a lot of those kind of big checkups that you get in the middle of the pack. But other than that, from what I was able to catch, like you guys said, it was a pretty good race and pretty entertaining, and I'm curious to see who's going to walk away with it next week when it really matters.
Definitely, and I will agree with you on the timidness. You're right, because they were getting separated out quite a bit and pretty quick. So I do think everybody was trying to be extra careful. But you know, I'm okay with that because you can feel your footing when you get into a race. Get your line down, feel what everything's like. You know, sometimes it takes a couple laps if you haven't got a chance to put a lot of practice in. Then you can feel the race out and start working your way up. You don't have to push on the first lap. So I like seeing them a little less aggressive. So just to make for less cautions, it's always going to make the racing better. But you're right on the timidness. So we'll see what actual points bring out next week.
Well, yeah, and I mean there's a line, right, too. Like, you know, again, obviously it's new, but there does come a line where it's like, okay, you know, if we're all maintaining with, you know, 20 feet away from each other, like, is the product of racing good? Like, you know, there's definitely a balance. So definitely, you know, at some point everybody's got to kind of push and find their limit and, you know, make mistakes, right? I mean, we've seen it, you know, in the Cup Series, we've seen it, I mean, damn near every week, you know, even if it's not multiple cars getting involved. But, you know, we got, you know, not to rub salt in a wound, but, you know, like William Kern, one of the top drivers, multiple mistakes on pit road over the season. We've had, you know, a few of the same drivers getting collected in incidents every week. Like, mistakes are going to happen. So don't be afraid. If you don't ever find the limit, you're never going to know what that boundary is. And then when it comes time to be in a situation where you need to go 100%, if not more, you're just going to be even that much more uncomfortable and then even more likely to make a mistake at that point. So.
Yes, sir. Very well said. Walter, you have anything else?
Nah, man, it was fun to watch. It was a little hectic, but I mean, I'll figure this all out. You know what I mean? It's new for us too, guys.
Yep.
This is my first time doing race control and broadcasting and doing both at the same time. So, yeah.
Well,
it was fun though.
Yes, just like them, I hope we get better as the season goes as well. But I'm definitely looking forward to next week. We do.
Just kidding.
We aren't even worth what we get paid.
And that's saying something.
So, all right. Good night, HVRL, and we'll see.